What's going on, you guys? Links Forte here to bring you my week 6 battle of the UBL. This week we're taking on AutoMatthic. I'm not going to try to pronounce his team name. It's in the title. I know I can't pronounce it, so it's something Nuzleafs. There you go. Anyway, I'm not going to disrespect his city to try and butcher that. First off, I just want to say he lives, I don't know which country he's in, but I completely got the time zones wrong. So on the dock it says CET, and when I looked at it, I just saw C and T and thought it said CST. So I thought he was in the US, and I thought, oh, this is going to be an easy battle to schedule. So we scheduled to do it on a Sunday. We scheduled to do it on Saturday or Sunday, I don't remember. Things came up, and then we ended up finally being able to do it, right? And we were talking, and it was like, I wasn't going to be around at the time he was able to play, and I was like, oh, what about this time? That's when I found out he was in a completely different country, and I was like, oh, crap. So I had the team built, and a week later we're finally playing. If you guys don't know, we play ahead. So this battle just happened yesterday, as you guys are seeing this. It was supposed to happen a week ago. So I've had the team for a week. I completely did not remember what the team was, but I remember now once I saw it, and I was like, I didn't remember some things as to why I did, but it kind of worked out in the battle. I have Mega Beedrill with U-Turn. I think it's U-Turn. It's U-Turn, Poison Jab, X Scissor. I'm questioning U-Turn right now. And Toxic Spikes. Choice Bandit, Azumarill, Trick, Rotom with Ring Target, and that's specifically for Nidoking if it wanted to switch in, because it usually does switch in like a lot, all the entire time. Muscle Band, Pangoro. Excuse me, I think Muscle Band was because of physical contacting moves. They do more. Fizdef, Azelf. And Spud Def Musharna. This is the first week Musharna is available to me, and this is the first week I'm using it. So we're gonna jump right into the battle. I did this, so when we had this battle, I wasn't writing anything down. I didn't see anything. I wasn't keeping track. I literally had to, whenever I needed to know what his team was, I had to click that little box at the top on the bottom screen. But I'm gonna leave with Mega Beedrill here. Just thinking I could U-turn out on anything except for the fact that he led with Kyurem. And I'm like, I'm not messing around with a Choice Scarf Kyurem Black and letting Beedrill die right away. I didn't pay too much attention to what happened here with the Kyurem switching out, so I was wondering the entire battle was Kyurem timid, modest, jolly, adamant, hasty, naive, whatever have you. But I'm gonna switch into my Azelf thinking he's physical and I could take the hit. Even from full, I could take an Ice Beam from a especially offensive Kyurem. As I'm going to go for the future sight there because the Regirock, it'll do enough damage to where Regirock wouldn't be a problem the entire battle. As he's going to switch into, he gets his rocks up, and then he's going to switch into Sylveon to pretty much take this foresight, or the future sight, sorry. As I get my rocks up, and I'm just going to U-turn out because I don't want to take a Hyper Voice. I have another Psychic Pokemon to take this Hyper Voice. Also, he does have, he has a Alolan Persian, which I was kind of shocked to not see, seeing as I have 2 Psychic type Pokemon. But yeah, it made things great for me. I'm not complaining. As I'm going to take this Hyper Voice, I was wondering if he would be Choice Spec Sylveon, and he wasn't, which I was really happy to see. It means Musharna could come in on this thing every single time as long as it has enough health, and then I could, restore health and things like that. As he's going to switch out, and I was, I clicked Toxic, and I knew he was just going to switch into Scizor. I thought about doubling, and I was like, no, maybe he'll just try and see what damage he can get off, or maybe he's Calm Mind or something like that, or maybe he switches into Kyurem, whatever. But I'm going to switch out, as I don't want him to Bug Bite me or U-turn on me and get a lot of damage off. Even if he U-turned or used Bug Bite on Pangoro, it's not as bad as it would have been on Musharna. as he Mega Evolves, and I think he just clicks knockoff here. So he's gonna knock off my muscle band, and I'm just like, not a big deal. I have SD, so I can pretty much hit something hard. As he's going to switch into his Nidoking, and I'm just like, ooh. I have Drain Punch, and I'm like, I don't know if Drain Punch kills. Sludge Wave does kill. I calced it. Timid, Life Orb, Sludge Wave killed me. So I opted to just go for a Bullet Punch. It didn't two-shot. If I still had the Muscle Band, I think it would have two-shot, but it didn't. But I was like, you know what, man, whatever damage I can get off on Nidoking would be great. And he didn't want to continuously take that damage on Nidoking, and maybe it was a roll. I really don't remember. I feel like it did less than half, no matter what. As he's gonna switch into Sylveon and sack that off. So I'm like, yeah, cool. Paragore gets a kill. I get rid of his one of his walls. I am perfectly fine with that. As he's gonna go back into Scizor, and I'm just like, maybe he goes for SD and I can get a Drain Punch off with this +2, but nah, he's just gonna Bullet Punch. So it would have been some chip damage had I just gone for a Bullet Punch, but I didn't think it would have been like a whole lot. Depending on his investment, I would have outsped. Now I'm gonna go into Azumarill again. I'm Choice Banded, so I'm just gonna click Liquidation, and to see, I'm thinking he's gonna switch out. Actually, he stays in, and I'm like, I can eat a Bullet Punch. I can eat 2 Bullet Punches. I just don't want to, but I want to get as much damage off on the Scizor as possible. And, you know, defense drop, side effect of Liquidation. So I'm gonna switch back out again. Don't want to continuously take Bullet Punches, and I'm gonna go into Rotom here because I know he's gonna Bullet Punch, and Rotom eats those. At this point, I'm just like, I don't think he wants to lose Scizor, man. There's no way he wants to lose Scizor. So I'm gonna click Trick as he goes for a Bullet Punch. I'm like, he stayed in, and I couldn't believe it. I was thinking, oh, this is a free switch in the Nidoking. But you know what? This was a blessing in disguise, because now he thinks I'm choice locked. So he clicked Roost as I just killed it with a Shadow Ball. I didn't want to click Thunderbolt in case, you know, he was just like, maybe not. So Shadow Ball, catch Nidoking if need be. As he's going to switch into Swallow, and I'm just like, I don't want anything taking a Boom Burst. So Rotom, thank you. You got rid of Scizor. But nothing wanted to take a Boom Burst. So I take that back. I didn't want to switch into a Boom Burst. I have a Pokemon who can take a Boom Burst. I just didn't want to switch into it. So I'm going to go into Musharna here. Musharna is already doing a great job this battle, yo. I just wanted to see the damage, and that it didn't do quite 50%. I think it did about 50%, but I was like, I really didn't want to mess around with this, so I just wanted to make sure. I calced it, and my Psychic had a chance to kill After Rocks. It wasn't the greatest of chances, so I'm like, you know what, I can eat a Boom Burst after the Moonlight and after the Leftovers. Let me see if this takes it out. If not, I can just click Moonlight again, and he just barely lives. So again, I'm just gonna click Moonlight here as he Boom Bursts, and I'm just like, please don't crit me. That's the only thing I could hope for at this point, is like he does not crit me. I live on 55, so I'm just gonna Moonlight up, and next turn I'm just gonna click. I think I clicked Psychic. I can't remember if I clicked Moonlight. No, I clicked Moonlight again this turn because I wanted to be at much health as possible to take on whatever he had in the back, like Nidoking with a Shadow Ball. I wanted to make sure I could take that on. Kyurem, if I needed to, I could take like a Fusion Bolt or something like that. If he had Outrage, you know what, he wasn't gonna go for it with Azumarill sitting in the back. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I was at enough health to take on whatever Pokemon came in next. And so I just click Psychic here. Take out the Swallow. You know what, man, Musharna, you scared out Sylveon, and you just took out a Swallow. You're already putting in work. You're already putting in work. So now he's gonna bring in Nidoking again. Like I said, I knew I could take a Shadow Ball. I made sure I calced it to take it. So he's gonna go for the Shadow Ball. Even if he was modest, I was gonna take this hit. I'm left at 69 HP, and I click Psychic. And I remember him and I talking about this after the battle, this next play. So Musharna now has 2 kills. He's gonna go into his Kyurem, And so this is what ends up happening right here. So I'm just like, okay, I can live an ice beam. I think it was a roll in my favor to live fully a max ice beam if he was like plus speed nature, right? It was in my favor to live, and I'm just like, okay, boom, 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 he got the roll. That's the way I felt about it. And I'm just like, crap, and that's all he was life for. So I was like, yeah, he got the roll. So I'm like, alright, man, I'm going into Azelf. I'm like, he doesn't kill Azelf from full. And then he's going to click Ice Beam again. Like, even after rocks, I calced it. The only way he killed Azelf after rocks is if he was a plus special attacking nature. And I was like, he has to be like modest or something like that. Or whatever, what have you. And I was just like, whatever, he's not a plus speed nature, so Mega Beedrill can come in and kill this thing. As he's going to make the smart play, and I didn't even consider it because I don't have Drillin. But he's going to switch out into Regirock. And I think I clicked Poison Jab here. I think I clicked Poison Jab. Yeah, I clicked Poison Jab. And I'm like, okay, I'm scouting the damage. And what's funny, because I have X-Scissor on here too, and I think X-Scissor does more. So rock Pokemon don't resist. I don't know my resistances all that well, but I got the poison. Rock Pokemon don't resist bug, I guess. I get the poison, and I'm just like, okay, as long as he's not like max attack adamant, I should be able to live pretty much any hit. Stone Edge was a roll, but he goes for the Rock Slide. I'm like, oh, I live this because of my investment. It was 20 HP. 20 EVs in HP and then like 152 in defense. So he was like really shocked. He didn't know how bulky I was. I was like, yeah, man. I was specifically EV'd to take a Fusion Bolt from full, from a specially invested Cure Black. I don't know if that crit mattered. I want to say it doesn't because again, I'm choice banded, but I don't know. But he was Rocky Helmet, which I didn't notice with Beedrill. But at this point, I'm just like, okay, well, Beedrill wins because he's not speed and he's not faster than Mega Beedrill. He's not Choice Scarf, so he told me he misgened his Kyurem. He was a Rash Nature Kyurem. I'm just gonna click Poison Jab to finish the battle off. But he told me he misgened the Kyurem. He said, I guess it was supposed to be naive or hasty. I can't remember, but it was supposed to be a speed nature. But he said it was a Rash Nature, so he said it was just a misgen. But we pick up another win here, and we get our record 2-3-3, a close one. Good game to Auto. But yeah, I think that's it for this one, you guys. Stay tuned. There may or may not be like a update video coming from me at some point. But anyway, this is Links Forte. See you guys. I should see you guys next week, maybe. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.